Hello and welcome. My name is Claude Taylor. For those of you that know me already, welcome back. Those that don't, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, what you see me doing here is I was just about to, I was going to disconnect this ground to this pipe. Uh, but after strongly thinking about it, the electricity to this house is still on. So I just think I need to leave that right where it is for now and go ahead and work around it. But anyway, right at the top left hand corner you can see the pipe going out through the wall. That's going to the outside faucet. And the three below, which is two 3/4 inch pipes and a 1/2 inch. One of those 3/4 inch is the main coming into the house, where we're going to put a new ball valve on it so that they will have a cutoff here. And the other two will go and service the other parts of the house. The two bathrooms in the back, the hot water heater, etc. Okay, we worked around the ground and we've got that piece cutting off. You can see what it looks like before we go ahead and change it out. Add a few galvanized pieces in here. And this was the outside faucet. We're going to go around. I'm going to show you where that's coming out at. Of all places, right here in the back of these bushes. Right here. Okay, that's the old one. We're going to pull that out and we're going to put a new one in there. And it will be copper. Back inside. Now let's get, should always have at least two main shutoffs to the house. The one outside that everyone always sees out the curb, and there should be one inside or just right outside the building foundation to where you can cut it off to the whole entire house. This particular home didn't have a secondary cutoff, so what I'm going to do with this manifold here is I'm going to find out which one is the main line coming into the house, and I'm pretty sure the one to the far left is it. Yeah, there we go. We turned the water on. I went out there to turn it on, and my daughter's inside videotaping. And another thing that gives it away that that is the main is that the electrical ground wire is grounded to it. So what we're going to do is I am going to put a shutoff valve here. This is the garage part, and there's going to be a main shutoff so that when we do the work that we need to do in here, we don't have to keep running back and forth from the street to here, kind of wearing ourselves out. Okay, so my biggest trick is to get some of this water out and get that paint off of the covering so that we can go ahead and solder a valve in and redo this this whole manifold here and do it correctly. And again, all these pipes are looped up under the cement, which is something that's been outlawed since. So it's always hard trying to clean paint off of pipes. And I'm not going to bore you with cleaning these pipes up. Just give you a little small idea of what I'm going through to clean it up, and then we'll move on. And what I'm using here is a little scraper, trying to scrape some of this paint off, get as much off as I can before I can get in here and use the emery cloth like I'm doing here. So this process is going to go on until I do all. Alright, we're going to do just this one right now. I'm going to get to the others later. But what my plan is to go ahead and take care of this and put the valve on now, and turn the water back on to the house, coming into the house, and then we'll start working on the other ones. Let's get the we're gonna get the valve on here first, and that'll give us something to work with. And then once we're done, we don't have to run back out to the street anymore. All our testing and turning the water on be right here. And what I'm going to use for a cutoff valve is a ball valve. Quick shutting off ball valve. Now we've got that cleaned up pretty good. We're going to go ahead and clean the ball valve. This is a 3/4 inch ball valve, sweat. That's what you would call it if you go to the store to purchase one. One thing about the ball valve, when you do go to solder it, it's not like other valves that you can take apart to make sure that you don't overheat the inserts. So you just have to be really careful when you're going to solder a ball valve, and keep the flames away from the center of the ball valve itself and aim it outwards. Come look on top of it. Look down inside of there. Look down inside of there. And of course, that's the old manifold in the back there. We're going to kind of duplicate that in a way, but we're going to make it much better than what it was before. Noticed in the manner that I'm soldering the connection, I'm doing my best to keep the flames away from the middle part of the ball valve itself. It's not that easy. Actually, with this big tip, I've got a settling that I use, and the tip's a little smaller. Makes it a little easier that you don't apply so much fire to it, but we're going to be okay here. I've done this thousands of times, but for you beginners out there, I just say be a little careful what you're doing, practice. I actually go through a lot of flux brushes, especially when I'm doing renovation or rehabs or anything like that, because of stuff like this. Trying to clean up the pipes, the old pipes, really good, so that it will take really good. And while I'm doing this is giving me a chance to allow the ball valve to cool down before we turn the water on. And I'm sure you can see that I will go through quite a bit of emery cloth, sandpaper. Okay, now we're going to go to the street and cut the water on. And right here we're back to the it may not look like it, but we're back actually at the manifold again, and that manifold was attached to this to an outside faucet, and we're going to put another outside faucet back, but we're going to upgrade it, make it shiny and new. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just making it up at the end, because it's really easy right now, and all I have to do is just feed it through a little hole.
That's the old one.
Okay, here's the old galvanized
I was gonna pull that out.
water line, outside faucet that was here. So we're gonna pull that out, and we're just gonna, this is a 10-foot length of pipe, so it's more than enough. I just don't want to be wasteful.
Pull that out.
So by pushing this in there and going in the inside and just getting my measurements from there, it keeps me from using more pipe than I need and wasting. And of course we can use a measuring tape, but this is a lot faster, as you can see what I'm doing.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is just lift it up. I'll cut it out right here. That should be far enough to. Okay. Just lift it up. I'll cut it out right here.
Okay, now you can see where I started to, I'm starting to rebuild my manifold.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, let's turn it on. We got people.
Always, when soldering copper pipe, always start from the bottom and work your way up as heat rises. You can tell that I go through quite a few flux brushes, and usually that happens when I'm working on a renovation or rehab, just like this one here, or doing some type of repair work, because in most cases I'm usually in a tight area to work in, and sometimes I work with older pipe and I want to make sure it is really clean and the solder is going to take. Now you notice that I am soldering the ball valve again, but this time I'm not worried as much as I was before about burning the inserts, because now the system is charged, meaning it has water in it. The valve is in the cutoff position, so whenever you see the handle going the opposite way of the pipe, that means it is cut off. And of course, if it's going the same direction as the pipe, the water is cut on. And whenever you're doing vertical like I'm doing here now, always try to push the flux up into the fitting, not away. Don't try to push it away from the fitting. Always push it up into the fitting. I also have quite a few videos out there that show you how to solder copper pipes. I even have one where I completely repiped the house in copper pipe, pulled out all the galvanized pipe and just did it in copper. It was a little easier. That one was up north where it gets cold, and I was working down in the basement, so access was a lot easier than here in the south where everything's in the attic. And the reason I am, soldering this in pieces like I am, rather than putting the whole, assembling everything together, is that I want to get as much soldering as I can get done before I start to deal with the pipe that has a little water in it and creating steam, which is that 1/2 inch. It still has some little water in it, and it will create a little steam. So I want to save one of those. I want to save it down to one of the last fittings, so we get most of them out of the way, so we make sure we have a solid solder connection, rather than fight all of them, just fight one. Notice how I take my gloves and I wipe the solder up in it? Yeah, it's a little harder. I do it a little faster. Normally these are not the type of gloves that I would wear to actually solder connections. I would normally wear some brown cotton gloves or use a rag. You notice every connection. Once I've got the pipes and fittings heated up, I always keep the fire on the fitting itself so that the solder will be sucked up in there. The solder will follow the heat. Okay, here I am at the 1/2 inch hot. I'm going to go ahead and get this one out the way because I know there's a little water here, and before it gives me any problem and rises any higher, I want to do this a little. Yeah, this 1/2 inch down here, I knew I'd have a little problem with it because of the water that's on the line, but it's not going to be too bad because I do have an opening up the top, so the steam is able to escape. Just need to heat this up just a little extra to make sure that the solder gets sucked up in there really good. At least before the water rises any higher. And once I get this on, I do want to work on the other parts as fast as I can so that that water doesn't rise up to that and start giving me problems with that one. the good thing about doing a connection like this, when all the fittings are right next to each other, it goes a lot faster because once you heat one fitting. Okay, here's the ice maker box, and I'm just soldering a piece on here because I really don't want to solder it in place because the flames will be going up and it'll be going up toward that plastic right there, and we don't want that because we don't want to take a chance of melting any of that. Now we're gonna yelling out ice maker box to the wall, studs. So when they put the drywall, we have a cover that goes over this. So let's hope that the drywalls don't cover it and cut out for it. I'm pretty sure they will. And just in case, I'm gonna make sure this will be a reminder that we need to cut around that, and that's going to go right on top of the drywall once it's drywall.
Now let's drill a hole down there.
What am I recording?
See the end of that. See the sides there.
Let's go. Where'd it go?
That's over to drywall.
Focus.
So now let's drill a hole down there.
What am I recording?
See the end of that. See the sides there.
Okay, maybe you can't see it real good, but that's a 3/4 inch drill bit. And we're going to run our 1/2 inch copper supply line over to the ice maker. What we're going to do is drill a few holes through the studs so we can just were marks that I put on here previous. Make sure that they're all lined up and the pipes go through nice and straight. Okay, you can see now we got it through the studs. We have a nice straight piece of pipe. And this pipe is just a random piece. And again, random meaning it's not a specific size, just long enough so we can cut the two ends to fit exactly to where we need it. And this was a mistake on my part right here. We're using coupling because I brought the box up too high and I didn't want to pull the nails back out. Clean it up, and we will be done with this manifold plus ice maker box. Once again, and I'm Claude Taylor. Thank you for watching. And if you like, subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.